Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. That background noise is cicadas. It's that time of year. We're beginning of August, dog days have started. It's hot as all hell most of the time, but let's talk about some stuff that I got recently. Number one, I got some Lewis 6-bolt rotors, 2.3 millimeters thick, a 203 and a 180. Unfortunately, on my Revel Rascal SL, I use center locks, so it won't work here. But what we're going to do is put them on the fat bikes, and I'm going to do some Lewis brakes, hopefully testing this winter, so look out for that. They also sent an iSpec EV. Now, they didn't actually send, I paid for some of this, all of this stuff actually. This is the iSpec EV for those guys who use Shimano shifters. This goes inside of the Lewis brake bar clamp. Remember, you got to make sure you get the updated, if you're using an LH4 bar clamp, so that there's a slot. Otherwise, you're going to have to get a file out and file the slot open, and that just gets ugly. So, this is the Shimano center lock 203 Rotor I'm using on my front. I'm going to change this to, guess what I got? TRP. This is a 180 for the back. This is a 203 for the front. So we're going to be going with 2.3 thick, because Lewis makes 2.3 thick rotors, and we want to make sure that the brakes have the true Lewis thickness test. So far, I am 1000% happy with these brakes. They may feel soft to somebody who just grabs them, but the modulation is unbelievable. I have no issues. I am stopping fine. You get used to them. If your Shimano brakes feel sharp or feel too soft, I'm gonna say this flat out. They cost about the same thing, and unless you're having problems with your Shimano brakes, or you just don't like your SRAM brakes, going to these brakes will make a difference. If you want a softer touch, you're having problems, or you're doing a lot of downhill stuff, because I found that there was no fade at all. So these LH4, and this is specific to LH4 because I don't have any newer ones, they win. Another update. This is a Fox 36 Performance 2025 fork. What I'm going to be doing is replacing my Fox 36 from 2019 on the Rascal with this new 36 Performance. This is a 160. I'm getting a shorter air spring so I can drop it to the maximum allowed by Revel, so I don't void the warranty. The other reason I got this was stereo tube. Right now I'm running a cut stereo tube that is a little bit shorter than I'd want, so I can't play with the height. I've got a DMR stem that gives me 5 degrees of rise, and I still find them a little bit heavy on my hands. So a long ride, I'm feeling the pressure of my hands. My hands get sore. So hopefully this will let me sit up a little higher. And XT bottom bracket. This is the BB MT801S. Okay. So what's important about this is the Revel. Here's the Canfield balance formula, red triangle, pivot craziness. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pivot points. This bike, you pay $4,000 US for a bike frame and a shock. Do you think after 2 or 3 months in that you should be taking a bike apart, pulling all the pivot bolts and greasing them yourself? This could be a symptom of why Revel was going in the toilet, or it could just be a result of the employees knowing and just trying to get stuff out the door quickly. But Matt, thank you very much, from Revel, has been working with me to try and sort this out. I'm gonna pull all of these today, except, sorry, I've already done, this is the number 4. I've already done all of these. Sorry, I've already done this one. I'm gonna do all of these, which means I have to drop my cranks to get to the one that's back. There it is, back here, because the bash guard's in the way. I'm gonna have to pull the bash guard as well, which I'm not looking forward to. But that's happening today. I'm running a nuke-proof titanium bottom bracket. That's more or less the equivalent of this, or actually it's supposed to be better than this. And I don't know why, if that's where the creak is coming from. The noise is unbelievable. I have people riding with me asking me if something's broken on the bike. That's just not acceptable. So doing this today, this coming weekend's a big weekend. We'll see if that fixes anything, and I'll get back to you on that. If not, it'll be more discussions with Revel support, all right? So let's change this 203 rotor out. I have this tool here, and what you do is put your back into it. Oops, like that. Throw it on the ground. You know, tools are no good unless they hit the ground at least once. With lock ring. Slip off the really nice Shimano iStack rotors. Grab this nice big fat heavy TRP. Yeah, I'm adding weight to the bike, but at the end of the day, we need to see how this stopping power really works. Okay, so that's how you change rotors. Okay, then you grab your tool, and give it a good 40 Newton meter to tighten down. Good and tight. All right. One recommendation is take some isopropyl alcohol 90% and give this a wipe down, because you have no idea what somebody in the factory was doing, how this was handled, okay? Before you put it back into your brake pads. And that's what I'm gonna do. And that's it. A big ride plan this coming weekend. It's a long weekend, the August long weekend. First, at the beginning of August. I'll get to see how these brakes perform with the thicker pads. Just have to back the bite points out so that I can then adjust them to where I want them, and we'll see. When the fork hairspring shows up, I'll get that in, get that cut down, see how that rides. Once I get everything greased up, I'm gonna take it for a small ride around the neighborhood, see if the bottom bracket is what's making noise. And if I have to, I'm changing that out to this XT, the MT801, okay? Oh yeah, and just to be clear, this is a BB-MT801, the 68-73mm one, okay? So, not the 68, not the 73, 68-73. I guess it's so that when you have a 55mm chain line, you can put the spacers in. That's it for now. As always, stress less, ride more, ride smart, ride safe. See you on the trails. Take care.